Throughout history, there are names that are never forgotten, even after centuries. Abraham Lincoln is one of those names. But who was this man? Where did he come from? How did he succeed? We're about to tell you. In 1809, deep in the lonely forests of Kentucky, he was born in a one-room log cabin. Do you know what was inside that cabin? A bed, a table, a fireplace. That was it. His family was extremely poor. His father, Thomas Lincoln, moved from place to place trying to own land. But every time, he was either cheated or lost in court. Young Abraham had no toys, no books, only the struggle to survive. The winters were so cold that snow would blow in through the cracks in the cabin walls. He was only 9 years old when his mother, Nancy Lincoln, passed away. But do you know how she died? From something called milk sickness. The cow they relied on had poisoned milk. Dozens of people in the region died the same way. Young Abraham never even got to say goodbye. He woke up one morning and she was gone. His father remarried a few months later. His stepmother, Sarah, was actually a kind woman. She loved Abraham like her own child. And she told him something. You can learn. You can become something. That one sentence changed a young boy's life forever. He only attended school for 18 months in total. Think about that. How many years did you go to school? Lincoln, just 18 months. He taught himself everything else. He would read by firelight because they were too poor to afford candles. He would walk miles just to find a book. He'd go from neighbor to neighbor asking, "Do you have anything I can read?" There were only a few books in the region at that time. Lincoln memorized them all. He memorized the Bible from cover to cover. He memorized Shakespeare. And one day, he found Aesop's Fables. He read that book so many times, the pages fell apart. People around him called him crazy. Why does this boy read so much, they'd say. But Lincoln knew one thing. A book was the only door that poverty could not close. As a young man, he did every kind of work. He chopped wood, worked as a boatman, clerked at a store. Standing at 6'4" with arms like iron, he was the strongest man in the region. Did you know that Lincoln was also a wrestling champion? In his youth, he competed in over 300 wrestling matches, and he lost only once, just once. His opponents would try every trick to bring him down. Lincoln never cared. He'd just laugh and get back up. Once, a rival actually offered to shake his hand instead of wrestling him because he was afraid. That strength, that determination would serve him well in the years to come. He taught himself law by reading books and became an attorney. But what kind of lawyer was he? One time, there was a case involving a poor widow. Her only cow was about to be taken by the court. Lincoln took the case for free. He won, and the woman wept as she thanked him. Lincoln just smiled and said, "Keep your money. You need it more than I do." People started calling him Honest Bro, because in those days, finding an honest lawyer was nearly impossible. Then he entered politics, and that's when the real struggle began. He tried to enter the state legislature. He lost. He started a business. It failed. His girlfriend died. He fell apart. He ran for Senate. He lost. He ran for vice president. He lost. But he never gave up. In 1860, He was elected the 16th President of the United States, but there was no celebration. Instead, death threats began. On his way to Washington for the inauguration, he learned of an assassination plot along the route. His security team smuggled him onto a train in the middle of the night. He traveled under a different name in a different car. When he arrived at the White House, do you know what he found? A broken country. The southern states had already voted to secede. The army was divided. The treasury was nearly empty. Lincoln sat down at his desk and thought, I will hold this country together, whatever the cost. The American Civil War began. North and South clashed. This was not just a political disagreement. Brothers were firing at brothers. Fathers were fighting against sons. It lasted 4 years. 600,000 people died. It was the bloodiest war in American history. Lincoln woke up early every morning. He read battlefield reports. He visited wounded soldiers in hospitals. He held their hands. A general once told him, "Sir, this is wearing you down. Please don't go." Lincoln replied, "If I don't go, it will wear me down even more. These boys are dying for me." And then one day, his own son Willie fell ill. He died inside the White House. Lincoln didn't leave his room for days. He was carrying both a nation and a broken heart. In 1863, he made a historic decision. He signed the Emancipation Proclamation. As he held the pen that day, his hands were trembling. His aide asked, "Are you all right?" Lincoln said, "My hands are tired, but this signature will be firm, because I stand behind this decision." And he signed it. Millions of Black Americans were freed from their chains. But this decision made him even more of a target. The Southerners would never forgive him now. That moment was the rebirth of America. April 1865. The war was nearly over. Lincoln was winning. On the night of April 14th, he went to Ford's Theatre with his wife. The play was called Our American Cousin. Lincoln had laughed a great deal that night. He hadn't felt this relaxed in a long time. And then, at that very moment, the next morning, he was gone. He was 56 years old. When the news spread, people poured into the streets. Some wept, some fell to their knees. A journalist wrote that day, "Today it was not just a man who died. An idea became immortal." Abraham Lincoln, a man with no school diploma, a man who came from poverty, who lost again and again, who lost everything. And yet he became one of the greatest leaders in history, because he knew one thing: no matter how many times life knocks you down, you always have the choice to get back up. Short pause. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. The next history is waiting for you.